Chosen one, they tried to rise against you. They tried to diminish you, ridicule you, used words like sharp blades to wound you. But what they didn't realize is that you are untouchable. Every time they try to bring you down, it's as if they are throwing stones at an unshakable wall. You are a chosen one, and anyone who dares to raise their tongue against you will be condemned. Don't think this is a distant warning, this is a reality now. They are falling while you remain standing. They may try again and again, but their words are like ashes in the wind, disappearing before they can even reach you. God has already decreed your protection, and for that reason, no tongue, no enemy, no attack can touch you. They speak, whisper, plot behind your back, but what they don't know is that they are cursing themselves with their own words. Every insult they throw turns into chains that bind them while you move forward free. It's time to stop hesitating, to stop listening to the lies they try to plant in your mind. You are not here to accept what they want to give you, you are here to take what is rightfully yours. They had their chance with you, now it's God's turn. What hurts them the most is knowing that you cannot be touched. It corrodes them inside. They raise their tongues against you with all their might, and yet, you remain standing. With every attempt to bring you down, they only strengthen your spirit. They thought they could weaken you, but what they did was ignite the fire of your determination. Chosen ones do not fall, for they rise stronger, more powerful, more convicted. And God is about to show the world that those who try to touch His chosen ones do not go unpunished. Justice is in motion, and it is in your favor. So wake up, for the time has come to stop accepting the crumbs that the world tries to offer you. You are not called to live in the shadow of others, you are chosen to shine. Every word they throw at you is a desperate attempt to extinguish the light they cannot bear. They know you carry something they will never have, the anointing of the chosen one. So they try to belittle you, destabilize you, but what they don't realize is that every attack only makes you grow. Now is your time to expand, to take the territory that God has already reserved for you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is not just a Bible verse, it's a decree. You are untouchable, and every curse they hurl at you dissipates in the air, every criticism dissolves before it even reaches you. You are shielded by divine promise. Their words are useless because God has already declared, "This is my chosen one." And as a chosen one, you have already won. It doesn't matter what is happening now, what matters is that you are already beyond the battle. The war was won the moment God chose you. Now it's up to you to rise and walk as the one who is already victorious. Every aspect of your life is destined to prosper, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. You can no longer ignore what is happening. Their words no longer carry weight in your life. What they say does not define your future because your future has already been written by God. Every attack is just one more confirmation that you are on the right path. They feel uncomfortable because they know, deep down, that you are chosen for something greater. They speak because they fear your ascent, they try to pull you down because they cannot handle the brilliance within you. But the truth is simple, they cannot stop you. Chosen one, you were not made to hide. This game of shrinking yourself to fit the molds they try to impose is over. Now, you walk with your head held high, knowing that no tongue raised against you will have power. The chosen one lives above words, above criticism. You are untouchable, and any attempt to pull you down only reveals how high you already are. It's time to accept this, to embrace who you are. You are not small, you are not weak. You bear the mark of God, and that mark places you on a level they will never reach. They try, but they fail, and their frustrations grow daily because the more they rise against you, the higher you ascend. They throw words, but it's as if those words fall to the ground before they reach you. What they have yet to understand is that their words are useless against the chosen one. You are protected by something far greater than they can imagine. God's justice is already in action, and anyone who rises against you rises against the divine plan itself. It's impossible to defeat a chosen one because the battle was won before it even began. Their words are like dust, and you are like a rock. Nothing they say can change who you are or where you're going. God has already positioned you, and that place is unreachable for those who attack you. They may strive, waste their energy, but the truth is you are already out of their reach. While they try to make you stumble, you move forward with steady steps, because God has given you this path to walk. And there is no human or spiritual force that can divert you from your destiny. You are a chosen one, and chosen ones walk under a promise that cannot be broken. So pay attention, because the more you advance, the more they try to distract you. They know they can't reach you, so they try to create distractions, to pull you out of focus. But you already understand that none of that matters. None of the weapons they are trying to form will prosper. Every plan, every word, every attack dissolves before it even takes effect. You are protected, shielded, because a chosen one of God does not fight battles that were not meant for them. Your victory is already assured. The only thing left for them is to watch you grow. Have you ever wondered why they feel so much hatred towards you? Why are people so bothered by your success, by your rise? The answer is simple and clear: it's all because you are a chosen one. The light you carry reminds them of everything they are not, of everything they will never be. And that's why they rise against you. It's not about you, but what you represent. You are a threat to their comfort, a threat to the mediocrity they have embraced. That's why they throw words in the hope of silencing you. But the more they speak, the more your light intensifies. They can talk all they want, plot all they can, but God's hand is upon you. And when God's hand is upon someone, the world can do nothing to change that. They don't understand that every verbal attack they launch against you is like shooting arrows at a celestial wall. Nothing passes through. God has already shielded you. He has chosen you for something far greater than their opinions. And the most painful thing for them is knowing that no matter how much they try, God's plan for your life remains firm. It destroys them inside while you grow on the outside. They speak behind your back because they never had the courage to face your truth. Their words are empty, desperate attempts to slow you down. But you are unstoppable. Every time they try to rise, the ground crumbles beneath their feet. This is what it means to be a chosen one, walking in territory where your enemies cannot follow you. They don't have access to the place God has prepared for you. They can try to climb, they can try to reach, but there is a spiritual distance that separates them from you. And that distance only grows as you advance. It's time for you to understand this once and for all: nothing they do, nothing they say, can change the fact that you have already won. What God has for you is for you, and no one can steal that. Your blessings are secured, your path is laid out, and those who persecute you will be left behind. What they don't realize is that the more they try to hit you, the more they distance themselves from their purpose. You, as a chosen one, are destined for something far greater than they can even imagine. And what God is about to do in your life will leave everyone speechless. Their struggle against you is futile. They wear themselves out while you rest in God's promises. Chosen ones do not fight with the same weapons the world uses. Your strength doesn't come from verbal fights, from meaningless arguments. Your strength comes from heaven. And that is why you keep winning, even when it seems they have the upper hand. They have nothing on you, because God has already defined your destiny. They may fight with words, but you fight with faith. And faith always wins. This is how chosen ones live, in constant victory, in continuous growth, while the enemies fall behind. Have you noticed that the more they talk, the more you advance? The more they try to stop you, the more you grow. They don't understand that they are only strengthening what God has already started in you. Every attempt to bring you down only reinforces the reality that you are a chosen one, and nothing they do can change that. They may try to throw you in the mud, but you will emerge cleaner, stronger, and more determined. They talk as if they have power over your destiny, but they don't. God has already written your story, and they have no access to it. Chosen ones are not defined by the words of others. What they say behind your back changes nothing. The truth is, their words only have power if you allow them to. And you, as a chosen one, have already understood that the only word that matters is God's. The criticisms, the gossip, the lies, all of it dissolves when confronted with the truth of the divine plan. God doesn't play with his chosen ones. He is constantly working to elevate you while they remain stagnant, trapped by their own words of condemnation thrown against you. No matter what is happening with the chosen one, they will always come out on top. This confidence comes from the Holy Spirit reminding you that you are chosen to win, not to lose. Every battle that rises against you has already been decided in your favor. When they speak, when they attack, it's merely a reflection of the fear they feel from watching you ascend. And they are right to be afraid. Because you cannot be stopped. What God has reserved for you is far greater than any trap they can plan. They don't know what's coming, because God is about to place you in a territory where they can't even reach you. Chosen ones walk on a different level. You are about to be taken to a place of abundance, where the voices of those trying to bring you down can no longer be heard. They had their chance, they tried to stop you, but they failed. Now God is about to intervene in a way that will silence all your enemies. They won't know what happened, but they will see you grow like never before. So stop and look around, for every obstacle they placed in your path is turning into a step for your ascent. Every negative word they said is being nullified. You are chosen, and that means nothing can stop you. You are already destined for success and victory. God is about to surprise you in ways you can't even imagine. Believe in what He is showing you now. What once seemed impossible is now within your reach. All you have to do is keep going. Don't look back, because what God has prepared ahead of you is greater than anything you could leave behind. They try to hide their fear behind sharp words. Every comment, every criticism, is a desperate attempt to disguise the truth. They know you are different. They know that no matter how much they talk, they can't stop you. They are watching, waiting for you to fail, but what they don't realize is that God has already given you victory before they even started attacking you. Their words have no power over you, because you are shielded by the promise. They can try all they want, but they are only reinforcing how much you were chosen for something greater. But even so, if you feel like you're on a solitary and sometimes challenging journey as a chosen one, our ebook can be a valuable resource for you. You'll find guidance and insights that will help illuminate your path and provide a deeper understanding of your unique experiences and gifts. And what's even better, by joining us and getting the ebook, you'll gain access to our exclusive Discord community. This group is a space where many, who may feel alone or misunderstood, have already found support, understanding, and affection. It's a place to share, learn, and grow together, where your unique experiences are valued and your progress is celebrated. Imagine being part of a community that truly understands and supports who you are. Take a look at the first pinned comment here in the video. Have you noticed that the more we advance, the more they talk? They can't ignore your presence because you carry something they will never have. The light of a chosen one is unsettling. It unsettles them because it exposes the darkness surrounding them, revealing the mediocrity they live in. They can't stand the sight of someone destined for success. That's why they try to stop you with words, criticism, and lies. But what they don't understand is that all of this only serves to reinforce the purpose God has already laid out. The more they talk, the more you grow, because chosen ones are not fueled by man's approval but by the divine plan. They look at you and can't comprehend. How can someone keep growing even in the face of so many attacks? How can someone prosper while everyone around them is trying to destroy them? The answer will always be simple and clear. The answer will always be because you are a chosen one. And a chosen one walks with God's protection and favor. They forget that they are not fighting against you but against the divine purpose itself. They may try to resist, but their words and actions all turn against them. You are called to win. All they can do is watch as you rise. They try to destabilize you because they can't handle the truth. The truth that you have been set apart for something greater. It consumes them inside. They talk about you because they fear you. Chosen ones are mirrors, and the reflection they see does not please them. They see themselves as small compared to the greatness God is manifesting in your life. And instead of strengthening themselves, they try to diminish you. But little do they know that you are already unreachable. With every word they try to throw against you, the further they drift from their purpose. And the closer you get to what God has promised. The strength of chosen ones is not measured by the number of words thrown against them. It is measured by unwavering faith, by confidence in what God has already decreed. And God has already decreed your victory. They can talk, plan, conspire, but the destiny of a chosen one cannot be altered by human hands. While they struggle to stop you, God is moving you to a place where their words cannot reach. A place of peace, abundance, and growth. You are not made to live on their level. You are chosen for something much greater. Every time they speak of you, something inside them breaks. They cannot bear the fact that while they watch you from afar, you are walking towards your destiny. And the more they try to stop you, the faster you move forward. They exhaust themselves with their own words, while you, as a chosen one, are nourished by God's promise. With every step you take, they feel the ground slipping from under their feet because there's nothing they can do to stop what God has already determined. They may try to hold you back, but they are only accelerating your advancement. They have yet to realize that you are beyond their reach. No matter how hard they try, no matter how they manipulate the situation, chosen ones cannot be stopped. Everything they say, everything they do, turns against them like an echo of their own failure. Because while they waste time trying to bring you down, God is elevating you to new levels. They can't follow you where you're going because what God has prepared for you is exclusive. And that exclusivity torments them because they know you are called for something they will never have access to. There is something about you that makes them restless. They can't explain it, but they feel the weight of the anointing you carry as a chosen one. They try to hurt you with words because they know they can't reach you in any other way. But what they don't understand is that even their words are powerless against the protection God has placed over you. You are untouchable, and that frustrates them. Every word of condemnation they try to cast only brings consequences upon themselves. God has already decreed, chosen ones cannot be cursed. And you are walking under that divine protection. They are falling into their own trap. Every time they speak, every time they try to attack, they are digging their own defeat. And God is allowing it to happen because this is divine justice in action. Chosen ones don't need to fight with the same weapons the world uses. Their greatest weapon is God's favor. And while they use their tongues to try to wound you, you use your faith to keep moving forward. You are already on the other side, while they haven't even begun to understand what is happening. The war is won, and you have emerged victorious. Do not be deceived by appearances, for as much as it seems they are in control, it is God who is guiding your every step. They think they have the power to stop you, but in truth, everything they do is part of God's greater plan to take you even further. They think they are surrounding you, but in reality, they are creating the path that God will use to exalt you. Chosen ones always emerge victorious because their battles have already been decided in heaven. It doesn't matter what's happening around you right now because the victory is yours, and no one can take that away. They think they are defeating you, they believe their words have power over you, but little do they know that every time they attack, they are only reinforcing God's plan. Everything they say, all their attempts to destabilize you, are useless. They can try again and again, but the reality is that you are unreachable. What they don't understand is that the chosen one doesn't depend on their approval because the one who approved you is God. And when God approves, no man, no word, can revoke that. Chosen ones are not intimidated by words. You know that your destiny is not in their hands. The control of your life is in God's hands, and that is what frustrates them. They speak, plot, try to set traps, but you are already far ahead. You've already passed over all of that. While they try to pull you down, God is elevating you to places they can't even imagine. You were chosen to shine, to walk over the rubble of criticism and attacks that tried to bring you down. They failed, and you are stronger than ever. You need to understand that this is not about them. All this hatred, all this resistance, is a reaction to God's plan. They know they cannot compete with what is divinely established. So they try to attack you, but you, as a chosen one, have no time to waste with the distractions they create. Your focus is on what God promised you, and that is what keeps you moving. They talk about you, but God talks to you. And what God is telling you is far more powerful than any lie they can invent. Stop and feel the peace that comes with this certainty. Nothing can touch you. No word, no attack, no lie can stop what God has already established. You were chosen to win, and this has already been written in heaven. They can keep trying, but they are only playing against themselves. What God is preparing for you is greater than anything your enemies can imagine. And this truth is what sustains you. You are a chosen one, and chosen ones walk with unshakable confidence because they know the victory has already been guaranteed. The world around you may be falling apart, but you remain firm. This is what it means to be a chosen one. You are not affected by external circumstances because your strength comes from something far greater. They may try to shake your confidence, they may try to use words to paralyze you, but every time they open their mouths, the power of God manifests even more in your life. What they don't realize is that while they are wasting their energy trying to bring you down, you are growing in silence. God is preparing you for something they will never be able to understand. They are already exhausted, but you are just getting started. That is what confuses them. They think that by speaking against you, they are weakening you. But in reality, all they are doing is strengthening your spirit. Chosen ones don't fall because of words, they rise with every criticism, every attack. And while they wear themselves out with their attempts to bring you down, God is moving you to a level of abundance and power. You are being elevated above the words, above the criticism, above the limitations. What God has reserved for you cannot be touched by human hands. They talk as if they know something you don't. But the truth is that you already have guaranteed victory. They cannot see what you see, they cannot feel what you feel. The anointing you carry is a spiritual weight they cannot comprehend. And that is what makes them so uncomfortable. They attack because they feel small in the face of the greatness God is manifesting in you. But as a chosen one, you don't need to worry about that. Your only concern is to remain faithful to the calling God has placed on your life. Remember that victory is already yours, without even needing to conquer it, because God has already given you everything. What you need to do now is keep moving forward, without looking to the sides, without being swayed by the voices of those who don't understand your purpose. They may speak, they may try to derail you, but what God promised is coming your way. Every word of condemnation thrown at you will be nullified because chosen ones walk under God's direct protection. And that protection is unbreakable. There is no force in this world that can stop what is coming. They can keep talking, but everything they say is being absorbed by the silence of your confidence in God. They don't know what you know. They don't understand what you understand. You have already won, and that victory is just waiting for the right moment to manifest. With every step you take, you are getting closer and closer to what God promised you. And while they lose themselves in their words, you are about to live the greatest season of your life. Because as a chosen one, you not only survive the attacks, but you thrive in the midst of them. Now they are losing control, but you remain firm. While they try to attack you with words, criticism, and judgments, you remain unshaken. Every malicious word they throw only reveals how desperate they are. But you, as a chosen one, know that true strength lies in silence, in the firm faith that grows even in the midst of the storm. They think they have power over your destiny, but what they don't realize is that your destiny is already sealed. And that seal is from God. Nothing they do can break what God has already declared over your life. You are like a wall they cannot scale. Every attempt of theirs crumbles the moment it touches the surface of your faith. Chosen ones are not shaken by words because they are sustained by the promise. And that promise cannot be revoked. What God has for you is much greater than any plan or conspiracy they may scheme. They try, they fail, they try again, and they fail again because the truth is that you are protected. What they still don't understand is that the battles you face have already been won before they even began. Every criticism launched against you is an opportunity for God to elevate you even higher. They speak, and God turns those words into fuel for your growth. You are growing, even if they can't see it. With every attack, you advance a little further while they sink deeper into their own negativity. Chosen ones are not affected by external circumstances. Your strength comes from above, and nothing in this world can touch that strength. They may try, they may speak, but their words are like empty echoes that find no place in your soul. You are already far beyond their reach. They watch and wonder how you can continue standing. They thought their words would be enough to bring you down, but what they don't understand is that you were forged for this moment. God prepared you for this season, and nothing they do can change that. Chosen ones were called to walk in victory, even when the world around them tries to convince them otherwise. And with every step you take, with every new level you reach, they become more perplexed. They don't know what you know. God is in control, and everything is happening exactly as it should. You are about to step into a new season. A season where no tongue can condemn you, where no weapon forged against you will have effect. God is preparing something greater than your enemies can imagine. They tried to stop you, but they ended up becoming the very steps to your ascent. Every attack was turned into fuel for your growth. Now you are ready to take possession of what is yours. And when you do, they will have no choice but to watch from afar. You are a chosen one, and the world is about to see what that truly means. You are on the verge of your greatest transformation. Everything you've gone through up to now has been mere preparation for what is to come. The words they threw against you, the attempts to bring you down, only serve to strengthen you. God allowed all of this to happen to shape you, to prepare you for the next level. And now you are ready to live this new season. No tongue raised against you will prosper, no enemy will have the power to stop you. What God has for you is just a few steps away, and all you have to do is keep moving forward. This is the moment to live fully, to take hold of every promise that has been made over your life. You are chosen to win, and your story is already written, and it is one of triumph, growth, and victories that the world cannot understand. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to leave your like below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new messages that will further strengthen you on this journey. Don't forget to check the first pinned comment to find guidance and insights that will help illuminate your path and give you a deeper understanding of your experiences and unique gifts. If you feel alone and misunderstood as a chosen one, you'll also have access to our exclusive Discord community, where you'll find support and understanding from others who are on the same journey as you. Join us and share your experiences in a welcoming space. Plus, gain access to unique and exclusive content. Share in the comments what God has been doing in your life. We want to hear about what you're facing and how you're overcoming. Your experience can inspire others who are on the same mission. Also, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message today. Someone who is battling the words of others and needs to be reminded that they are a chosen one and that victory has already been decreed. To all of you who have supported our work, thank you so much. You are an essential part of this ministry, and your help has made this message reach more lives. If you want to support us even more, consider contributing through Buy Me a Coffee. Your support helps us improve our content more and more. The link is also in the first pinned comment. And don't forget to check out the video that's appearing on the screen now. This content will complement what you heard today, bringing more insights to strengthen your journey as a chosen one. Stay strong and, above all, believe that the best is yet to come. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this video, and see you next time.